Hello, this is Brandon Christopher King. Today I want to speak to you about one of the most powerful scientific achievements in human history and how we might go beyond it. It's called the Standard Model of Particle Physics. This model gives us a map of the subatomic world. It tells us what everything is made of and how the known forces, except gravity, act on those building blocks. It divides the fundamental particles into two main types: fermions, which make up matter, things like electrons and quarks, and bosons, which carry forces, like photons for electromagnetism, gluons for the strong force, and the W and Z bosons for the weak force. There are 12 fermions. There's the famous Higgs boson, which gives particles their mass through the Higgs field, and three forces, electromagnetic, strong nuclear, and weak nuclear, all accounted for. But something is missing. Gravity isn't included. Dark matter, not explained. Dark energy, not understood. Consciousness, not even part of the conversation. And that's where the rivers of life theory, or RLFlow, enters the scene. Let me show you the contrast. The Standard Model sees reality as a grid of particles, tiny, discrete points in space-time, bouncing around and interacting through force carriers. RLFlow sees reality as continuous, nested rivers of energy information, not as particles in space and time, but as flows that create space, time, and matter. Let's compare the foundations. In the Standard Model, time is just a number, a variable t in an equation. In RLFlow, time is a river, directional, structured, and creative. It's what gives rise to change, memory, cause, and consciousness. In the Standard Model, you have 17 particles: fermions, bosons, and the Higgs. In RLFlow, you have flow structures, what I call PSI rivers. These are coherent patterns of movement. Particles are not things, but whirlpools, stable formations within dynamic streams. And what about forces? In the Standard Model, forces are transmitted by particles, bosons. In RLFlow, forces are interactions between flows, convergences, divergences, and braidings of energy currents. Even gravity and electromagnetism are seen as patterns of temporal and energetic flow. Let's talk about consciousness. The Standard Model doesn't include it. It treats consciousness as emergent, if it considers it at all. RLFlow makes a bold move. It places consciousness inside the system, not an afterthought, not an illusion, but a river, a living stream of organized energy that perceives, remembers, and acts. You're not a brain that somehow produces awareness. You are a mind stream, a flowing topology of attention, memory, and intention. Now, let's go even deeper with an example. What is an electron? In the Standard Model, a point-like particle with mass, charge, and spin. In RLFlow, a spiraling, self-coherent river of energy, a dynamic pattern that maintains its structure over time by flowing. It's not a dot, it's a whirlpool, a resonance, a dancing ripple in the fabric of time energy. So what's the point of all this? RLFlow isn't here to discard the Standard Model. It's here to recontextualize it, to see it not as wrong, but as incomplete. We're not switching maps, we're unfolding the terrain beneath them. RLFlow is a search for unification, not just of forces and particles, but of matter, energy, time, and mind. A complete model of reality, grounded in the principle that everything is process, everything is motion, everything is flow. The universe is not a machine, it's a river, and it's time we learn to think like it flows. Thank you.